Hello, my name is Cindy and thank you for coming to my channel. This channel has always been about teaching, and I add some things from my life as well, like gardening and just general chit chat, as well as conversations with some of my friends. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you that I have a new venture coming up, and that is going to be I am going to put some videos on This Way Network. So you can find it on YouTube, This Way Network. And it's a kind of a network that is under construction. And they have some really awesome chat sessions. And we talk about sort of current events on a Christian perspective. And so I would love it if you would head over there and check out some of their chat sessions. And I am going to be putting on a series all about education. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it's going to be some different things about education. Some of the ideas that I have are also here on my channel. And I'm hoping that it's going to be something that is useful to people. Just talking about different types of education, different options that we have for kids and teachers, parents, and maybe even people who don't have kids. They could pass along the information to friends, family, and neighbors. Education is so important, and there's so many options now. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm also looking to add some of my interviews with some of my teacher friends, and I just can't wait to see how the ideas flow as we go along. So that's going to be once a week, and the first one is going to be this Monday, which will be September 12th. And I think we agreed at 5 p.m. So I think there's going to be a premiere, and it is going to be just kind of all about me and my background. If you're a regular to this channel, you might be familiar with some of the information. If you're not, check it out, and check out the content on the channel. This channel is kind of just starting a network of people to connect on YouTube and also on other platforms. There's also a newsletter, and it's called thiswaynetwork.com, and I have a couple columns in the last couple months newsletters. So that's really exciting, and so I would love it if you would check it out and let me know what you think, and just keep the communication going. But this video is going to be kind of about manners. So I was looking up some information about manners, and I thought I would just go ahead and read some of these things. Oh, thank you. I thought I would read some of these things on here to kind of share, to remind us about manners. I think that manners are awesome. Don't you love it when people use manners? It's like, wow, it's so refreshing when people have manners. I think this day and age, people are kind of getting a little lazy about manners. And so let's bring back the manners. So I found this little article. It's in the dadvocate.org. It's not anything I follow. I just found it by typing in manners and came up with 30 different things that are good to promote manners. Number 1, say please and thank you. I mean, most people teach their kids that from the very beginning, but keep doing it. The more we say please, the more we say thank you. It says here, it shows gratitude for the things that others do for you. Sometimes we can get lazy and think that, we deserve it. So always say please and always say thank you, and even send a little note of thanks. Making introductions. Always introduce yourself to adults who come to visit, and to introduce friends to each other. So that is a skill as well. I get a little hard. That's a little hard sometimes when you forget names or whatever. It takes practice, so it might be good if you have kids that you might want to practice with them. Cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. That's something that we've been doing quite a bit lately. Germs are gross. Not picking your nose in public. No one wants to see that. Please. I don't know how old you are watching this, but most of my viewers are adults, so hopefully you don't do that, at least not in public. And teach the kids not to do it. It is pretty gross. Okay, greeting visitors and saying goodbye to them. So always say hello and greet them. And, it's good if they come to your house that you would walk out with them to the car. Even if you feel shy, greetings and goodbyes are important. Number 6, asking for things instead of reaching for them. Teach the kids to ask politely and not to reach over the table. If you have a large family, you may have practiced that quite a bit, like we have. But sometimes kids, they just don't think and they just, grab stuff. It's disruptive when children reach across the table during meal times. Number 7, knocking on doors before entering a room. So if you are in, maybe like I'm in a school setting, you want to knock on the door and wait. Or, if you're going to a room in your house, make sure you knock, or even the bathroom. Oh yeah, here it says especially the bathroom door. Number 8, responding when an adult asks how you are. Okay, it's even better if you ask her how she is too. So it's good for kids to get used to talking to adults. And if they do ask how you are, my kids aren't really shy, but some kids are shy. And it's good to teach them to answer something. And then they could even go the extra mile and say, and how are you? So number 9, not interrupting when grown-ups are talking. That's really important, and it's something we have to teach the kids because they're used to being the number one, right? They're used to always being the center of attention. Most kids these days anyway. So we should teach them to wait their turn no matter how impatient you feel. Maybe, I know I have a friend that, she would teach her kids that if they want their mother's attention, they would just walk up if she's talking to somebody and just kind of like put their hand on their arm. And then if it's really important, they had like a signal, like maybe do a tap or something. So they kind of had a little code that, hey mom, I want your attention. And then they would just wait and be patient. But if it's really serious, like maybe a pat or something. But you can have your own little code for your kids, which is good to teach them. Let's see. Saying excuse me when you need to interrupt a conversation. So you say excuse me if you need to interrupt, not just if you want to. Sometimes it's an emergency, but even so, please be polite. Let's see. Say excuse me if you bump into someone, like sincerely, not just like, excuse me, Make sure they know you didn't do it on purpose. Not using electronics at the dinner table. Show others that their presence is more important to you. Sitting attentively through plays, movies, musical performances. Show proper respect, even if you are bored. Washing your hands before meals. It's good etiquette and good hygiene too. Not commenting on personal appearance. It hurts feelings unnecessarily. I think saying not commenting, maybe not saying negative comments. I think that if you think someone looks nice today, you can tell them that. Holding doors open for others. No one likes to have the door slam them as they enter the room. Keep burps silent. Okay, I love this one. I can't stand it when people burp out loud. Remember to say excuse me if you do burp, even if it's quiet. Offering to help adults if they need it, help wash someone's car or carry their groceries. Giving a genuine apology when needed. So sometimes you do need to say you are sorry. Using good table manners when eating. Use utensils properly and chew your food with your mouth closed. Having a positive attitude. You will be someone that people enjoy having around. If you are smiling and you are happy, people will love to be around you. Shaking hands. A firm handshake makes a good impression when you meet someone. Returning items after borrowing them. Always make sure that you return items if you borrow them. Don't borrow them if you think that you aren't going to return them. that is not good manners. Let's see. Show respect for other people's belongings. Avoid bad language. I love this one too. The words you use reveal your character. Now, that could be, swear words. Of course, you don't say those. Do not say swear words, curse words. Do not use the Lord's name in vain. That's, I know a lot of people do it, but it's not good. But also bad language in the sense of, don't talk about things that you shouldn't talk about. There's plenty of good things to talk about. So just stick with those. Sharing. It's a basic way to show consideration for the needs and feelings of others. Share. Give compliments. Everyone likes to hear nice things about themselves. And also, if you know a parent, give compliments about their children, not just about them, but say nice things about their kids. And, even if they have a child that's active or maybe irritating, find something really good about that child and tell the parent that you really appreciate it, and it will go a long way for your friendship. Okay, doing tasks for adults without complaining. So if an adult asks you to do things, do it without complaining. So I'm assuming maybe an adult is watching this. So teach the kids, teach your kids, teach maybe your students or, whatever kids you are in charge of, to just do the task without complaining. It will be so awesome. The adults will love them. You never know what kind of great things could happen from that. Write thank you notes when you receive gifts. Technology is great, but sometimes people need a more personal touch. Do for others what you want them to do for you. That's the golden rule. If you remember this rule, it's easier to follow all the others. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope these rules are reminding you to mind your manners, and I hope you have a great day.